Today, a little bit of work on storage and sorting. So, I need to get the storehouse sorted out. I'm going to put off magically things for an episode or two and get my sorting system up and going. I have a particular idea, but it's going to be part chests, part Java barrels, and a little bit of Project Red. But before I can do that, I thought I would seek some inspiration from Professor Mobius. There he is. Oh, that's lag. No, screwed that up. There we go. Let's put him in a little bit of a conversational position. And give him some color. And the other developer, Tailmia. The other developer on Java, and so many other. Let's do it a little bit tilt out. And Scalped. They are having some kind of conversation. Who knows what? They will be my inspiration today to help me get things sorted out. So, I have barrels down below, chests up here. I want one central chest, which is what this is now. This is going to be an overflow chest. We are going to be making use of the piping system in Project Red. Now, this piping system's actually been around for a long time. It's been in several versions of Project Red, but the early iterations of it were, I'm going to put this politely, buggy. So, what we're going to be doing now is I've been testing in a test world and a little bit on a server that I also play on. And yeah, I've been figuring it out slowly but surely. Basically, we have this thing that is on the network somewhere of all these pipes that is called a routing network controller. Now, it has to be somewhere. And it has to be connected with a pipe, I think. I can't remember. If any old pipe will do. I don't think it will. I set one of these up a few days ago. Let's see. I think it's going to have to be one of those. So there's different pipes that you've got. There's the core pipe, the item transport pipe. These are amazingly simple, which is why I love them. 2 smooth stone, 1 pane of glass, and you get 16. That's real impressive. So that's what? 8 smooth stone, 4 glass panes, and you get a full stack. That's pretty good. Then there are routed junction pipes, or I'm sorry, routed junction pipes, which is a little bit more expensive. This is where the cost starts coming in and it starts balancing out. You have infused silicon. You have to make a silicon boule. It starts off with sandy coal compound that is sand surrounding a block of coal, right? Then you smelt that and you get a silicon boule, which you then cut up using a forged multi-blocks saw. And you get 8 of those. So that's not bad. That's not bad. Then you surround that with either redstone or glowstone, depending upon what kind you need. You get a red silicon compound, which you then smelt again for infused silicon. That's actually used in the recipes. It's also used in a whole bunch of Project Red chips. That's why I'm not real worried about having a whole bunch of these sitting around extra. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be using more Project Red in the long term. So I made some of these. couple of diamonds, and then this stuff called Illuminar, which is glowstone and a color. So this requires green Illuminar, right? And red Illuminar. Well, this is where that cactus farm came into play. I've also been stockpiling just regular old dye and making various color combinations. Orange, cyan, I've got green, I've got red, I've got yellow, even some lime and magenta, and then there's just bone meal or white. So yeah, it's been real good. So basically, I have all of these pipes, all of these various things that you can actually do. Now, let's take a quick look. If you go to Project Red, let's see, in Project Red itself, there is no logic routing chip and a no logic upgrade chip. These are important. This is also where the silicon and stuff is. These you're going to have to make a lot of. It's not too expensive to make one. They're pretty cheap. I did have to make a lot of paper. Here's one thing I forgot, though. Not only can you make paper out of sugar cane, you can make paper out of sawdust. And sawdust is easy to get. You literally just get wood and run it through either the Mechanism Precision Sawmill or the Sag Mill from Ender.io. So, Mechanism to the rescue. I got some stacks of wood. I liquidated them into wood sawdust. And I made a whole bunch of paper. So now we have some no logic routing chips. These things you get and you upgrade them to give them function and purpose. That's where you go over to Project Red Transportation. Transportation has all the different kinds of pipes and all the different kinds of chips that you use to give these things functionality. Now this is one that we're going to be using a lot. Dynamic Item Responder Chip. We're going to be making some of these, but it's going to be a lot of these. We have to make one of those. We have to make one of those. See, I got one right there. Overflow. Let me think. Extractor chips. I actually don't think I needed two, but whatever. Any place that you have an intersection of pipes. So, like there, that's bad. What you're supposed to be doing is using a junction pipe. That makes sure that routing and pathing is all very, very smooth. Now, there's going to be a mod guide, a short mod guide, by me tomorrow that's going to go more in depth on tweaking and fine-tuning. So if you missed some details in this episode, or if you don't feel like I explained them quite well enough, then just wait a day. It's okay. So I've got some junction pipes right here. I can put that away. I need to find a place for this, a home for it, if you will. I think that I am actually going to put this, downstairs. I'm just gonna quietly tuck it into the floor. It needs absolutely no. Let me pull this thing up. Hang on a second. So this is easy. Block of obsidian, 2 iron, 2 stone, 2 wood planks, and then 3 cobblestone. Get you a routing network controller. This is not too hard. It's a diamond with 6 gold nuggets. And basically, once you put this down, it doesn't need power. You just put one of those in there, and that's it. Now, in the next update to Project Red, this and the routing CPU get removed. It's no longer needed. This is just kind of one of those things where they put it in to give you the semblance of having a controller on the network, but it's not actually needed. Supposedly, the larger each network was of pipes, the more of these you needed. But I think they pulled them out finally. So in the latest version of Project Red, this is going to go away. So by the time I do a mod guide tomorrow, I won't even need that. That's why I'm just going to put it down there and ignore it. And what we can do is we can put one of those there, I think. Actually, no, not one of those. I need some of the other ones. Whee! I should just pull all of these out. So basically, here's what you do, right? I'm going to have a barrel in front of this, or a chest or something, I'm quite sure. You see that linking up? How this changes to, it's bright to me, but it's green to you. This is dark to me. It's red to you. But basically, this is what it looks like when it connects to the back of something. So, you see these little prongs that stick off and connect to the back of the object? If you right-click on that, you'll see you have 4 slots. Every one of these has a slot where you can put 4 different chips. That's where these come into play. So, in each one of these barrels, I'm going to put an item responder chip, and then I'm going to put one of whatever item it is in that item responder chip. You tell it, hey, this barrel has blaze rods. And it goes, oh, okay, I'll send blaze rods there. It's real good. It's real simple. And everything is coordinated. Wow, not enough coffee this morning. Everything's coordinated by this fun little block right here, which will eventually go away and it'll just become a pipe system, which I think I'm good with. So, I actually need to make a whole bunch of these item responder chips. I've got one dynamic item responder chip. Basically, the item responder chips I'm going to use downstairs. The dynamic ones I'm going to use upstairs. What's the difference? It might actually... Oh, no, not configured. Items, you have to give it a filter. Only put these things in this object. So I would have to put, like, if I have a barrel of stone, I'd have to put 1 stone block in the item responder chip, this one, and tell it, only ask for stone. And only stone will get sent there. With dynamic, it looks in the chest or in the container and it says, oh, you got this stuff. I'll only send this stuff here. I'll ask for it. Which means that all of these chests will stay sorted the way they are and the system will know. Now, why am I using this system? Well, I'll tell you. First of all, it is Forge multi-part friendly, which means I can hide the pipes in the walls. There's lots of stuff I can do that with. Number 2, because of this. Routed request pipe. This is one single control interface. Can I actually put this somewhere? Yeah, see, it's looking for all the pipes on the network to see what it can find. Yes, which means I can actually put a chest next to this, walk up here and say, give me 1 stack. I'd left click to select it, and I would do however many, submit, and it would pull that and put it in the chest. And then I can have another chest over here where I put things in it and it gets sorted back into the system. How cool is that? So I'm very excited about this. I'm very excited to mess with it. I need to make some parts. Very, very much need to make some parts. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make some dynamic item responders, a bunch of normal item responders, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got 25 of these item responder chips. There's exactly 25 barrels. Now, I've actually moved. These 2 barrels are normally over here. I moved them so I could do this. What I've done, I had stone originally here in the corner. I busted out at the corner so I could weave a pipe through there, as you can see. Conveniently enough, this is not visible to the outside because of these stone brick stairs that skirts the building. This right here, this little skirt around the lower edge. Oh gosh, the glintweed's taking over. So yeah, the only problem I have is that I'm going to have to hide that, but I do have a solution for this. Here we go. Brick covers. What I can actually do is come right up over here and ta-da! Problem solved. Okay. This is the same thing, right? Stack. Stack, darn you. So, we have these things right here. What I'm going to be doing, you can see the cover right there. What I'm going to be doing is basically I'm going to go through every single one of these. I'm going to have to put down, and like over here, I'm not going to be able to reach these long afterwards. So what I'm going to have to do is do a vertical row, configure them, then do a vertical row, configure them, vertical row. That's how I'm going to do this whole thing. So I'll show you the first couple, and then I'm going to do the rest myself. Now this has, let's see, this box has sand. So I get 1 block of sand, right? Let's get, I actually don't need the ordinary pipe right now. One of these cards, you right-click it, and see there's priority. I'm not going to mess with that at all. Filter. This is set to whitelisted. Only that. Metadata is ignored. NBT is ignored. Yeah. Or dictionary matching is ignored. Damage groups, tools are not grouped by damage. You can do all sorts of kinds of filtering. I could change this to blacklist if I wanted to, but I can leave it to sand, whitelist. Just hit escape a couple of times. Let's see, double check in Wayla, sand barrel. I right click right there, and you'll see it is right there. And I can even hold down shift and it'll say filter, sand. It's nice. And now I can just double right click to put that sand back. So sand will only go there. We can do this again. This one is, let's see, paper. I'm going to get a piece of paper, a chip, right click, put that there. Let's see, I'm going to turn those off because I don't need to worry about them. And we just right click it. Now option number 2 is you can right click on this with an empty hand and just put the chip in there. Just, you know, click it in. You can see, it's the only problem I have with Project Red stuff, it seems to be a little sticky. It doesn't want to get off the cursor. See, there's a slot right there, slot right there, slot right there. And there's a slot right there with the chip in it. And it's made for paper. So now I have those two configured. I'm going to go back through, get the rest of these configured. I'll be right back. Okay. So these have all been configured. And those, I didn't want, if I fall down there, I'm screwed. Those are all configured. I think I've got it set up properly. How are we going to test it? Well, I'm going to slap this down here. And put, in theory, oh, not configured. Right. Meta is checked, is ignored. I'm going to do blacklist instead. Let's turn this. Well, I cannot actually toggle NEI while I'm in this. NBT is checked. Nope. There we go. You have to configure it first. So now, in theory, anything I put in here should get pulled out. Now, these chips can be upgraded. Yeah, we'll get into that in a minute. Maybe next episode. Who knows? Let's see. I have 2 stacks plus 40. Let's pull 1 stack out. It's going to take it a minute. There it goes, whipping through the network. And in theory, it's making its way here. There we go. In chunks. Oh, I think it's going in 8s or 16s, I think it is. There we go. Yeah, you see, and then another 16 will get pulled out. This is why you upgrade the chips, is so you can pull out larger stack sizes, and it pulls it out quicker, but we will be doing that. It's doing it 8 at a time. So it actually has found the glowstone all the way over here. Let's go. I know that one's going to be a little weird. Actually gonna 8 times 64 plus 30. Is that all? That's all done. Okay, awesome. So 8 stacks of 64. That's 8 stacks plus, what is that? That font is horrible. 23. So that should go up by 16 here in just a minute. 8 stacks plus 23, and it'll go up to 8 stacks plus 39, I think. There we go, 8 stacks plus 39. These wool actually have metadata, and I had to turn them on. If you look, it's 35:8, and it's like 35:0 for white, or :3 or whatever for dark gray. So I had to turn the metadata on, but that means metadata matching works. That's cool. Now let's try an ender pearl. That'll go up by 1 from 10 to 11. And you can see the delay that this unupgraded system has, and there it goes. So this actually works. Now we're not going to leave this chest here. I am going to pull that out. I'm going to punch the crap out of this chest. And I'm going to give you another demonstration here real quick. This is why I'm excited for this system. So excited. Ah. I'm going to put this here. Let's put the chest on top now. So you got this little chest right here. That little thing. Right click on it. And you'll notice repoll. It says nothing. I should see everything. Why am I not seeing everything? Well, what I actually need to go do, because I just remembered, is make a whole bunch of item responder chips. Did I make some of those? Item overflow. No, wait a minute. What is it called? Oh, I had all this sorted out and figured out, and now I am forgetting where I put my notes. Come on, NEI. Catch up to me. There we go. Broadcaster chip. There we go. So I need to make a whole bunch of these. That's the next step. I actually forgot that step. That's okay, though. It's fine. Basically, what this is going to do is tell it, when I have the responder chip, right now, this is just a sorting system. Well, when I put a responder chip in every single one of those, it'll be a sorting system and an inventory control system, which means I'll be able to actually select something, pull it out, and it will go to that chest. So that's going to be the next step. Yeah, I'm going to go do that. This might take a little bit, but it will be mere moments from you. Thanks to the magic of editing. Be right back. Through the power of editing, I have put a whole bunch of transponder chips in place. Let me show you what the hell those things are. Item broadcaster chip. I'm going to get one of these. I made some spares. I have a certain number of chests and barrels total. Plus I made a couple extra because who knows. Filter mode. Now what I've been doing is hiding items, right? Left click once. Hide one item per type. Hide one item per stack. Hide nothing. When I have chests full of items and I'm using a dynamic responder, it is only putting back in that chest what is already in that chest, which means you're going to want to have one item per type hidden. Now with barrels, I technically don't need to worry about that because I can lock the barrel and they'll never lose what they are. Only one thing's ever going there. But I just configured all of these this way just cause out of habit. That's how I did all the barrel ones. So I actually don't need those and I don't need those. So now I can actually show you guys, because I completely forgot that derp. It's been several hours, by the way. I had to go out and farm a whole lot of dye. It took so much purple dye. Thankfully, I only have to do that once. So here you go. Boom. It has what it sees as a certain number of all of these things, right? I actually don't know what this means. Perios. I know crafted. There is auto-crafting in here, as is an attestament by this item crafting chip. But I don't know what Perials means. I'm not sure. So now here's the only thing that I think is kind of weird. It shows a stack of each of these -1 because it has to hide one, even though there's multiple stacks. So technically it says, let's say 107 stacks of cobblestone, right? Cobblestone, I'm going to pull out, I'm going to do 64. Actually, you know what? Let's do 128. Submit. Could not request. Missing. See, that's the thing that I think is a little weird. Apparently with barrels, I don't know why it's not saying multiple stacks, but there is more than one stack. So I'm going to have to look into this. This is a brand new... I only tested it with chests. I didn't test it with barrels. This is a brand new bug for me. But hopefully this will get ironed out in the future. However, this does mean that I can actually do... Oh, you know what? You know what? I'm curious. Hang on a sec. I got 4 stacks of paper. It's only seeing 1. Let's right-click here and pull this out. Hide nothing. Okay. Hide mode off. 64 paper. So, can I do 128? Missing 64. So I could do 64. and then repoll, and it sees 56. You see? I'm a little confused by this. It repolls, and it sees 64 again. And I got my 64 paper. So I'm a little confused by this. It does take a minute to update. Maybe I need to upgrade these to show. I don't even know if I can upgrade these. This is a learning experience. However, this is one of the reasons why I wanted this. This interface right here. See, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have all of these pipes connecting, top floor to bottom floor. And then I'm going to run a pipe, 2 pipes actually. One underneath the ground over here. And I'm going to put chests right here with the requester unit right underneath that. So there will be a chest at eye level. And the pipe coming into the ground. You right click on the chest, request what things you need, and they'll show up in that chest. Nice and quick. And then I'll do the same thing upstairs. We'll actually have running in between. It'll basically replace that floorboard because I can use forged multi-blocks. I can use covers to hide it. I'm going to run a pipe through there and have it come up right over here where this trash can is. Put you over there. So the pipe will be right here. Chest on top of it, just like downstairs. I right-click to request. And then over here will be a chest where if I put everything in it, it will actually get pulled back into the system. However, I am probably going to do that with this ender chest. This will be the deposit, the entry point into the system. I'll have an extractor chip upgraded on that. And then I'll just put a duplicate of the ender chest over here. I can put one over there, whatever. It'll be nice. So yeah. I am going to now set up all of my chests, and then we'll work from there. I'll be right back. Okay, after much more flower farming and scraping together of parts, I had to go mining again. As you can see, I'm starting to get low on redstone. I use so much redstone with Project Red, but it's worth it. I'm going to have to go mining in general, and I'm starting to think maybe it's time to get an automated mining solution in play. But we're not going to do that now. I'm not going to worry about that now. Have you noticed, by the way, Forge multi-part... Oh, I forgot a cover there, I think. Yeah, I did. Hang on a sec. These hollow stone covers, really freaking awesome. Basically what it means is... Yeah, it looks nice. I'll show you. Get the old fist out. Yeah, see? It looks nice. The pipe connects out of the back of it. It just goes in that nice little hole. There has been no compromise to the structure of the building, as you can see. Let's see if we can... That's a cover. Yeah, see? That is completely... Oh, gosh. That is completely blocked in. You would never even know that there were Project Red pipes running through the corners. I did that there. And then this weaves into the outside. I did the same thing there. Blocked this off here. Nice hollow covers. It makes it look clean, clean, clean. So now what I actually need to do... Oh, wait a minute. I forgot one. Item extractor. So right about there. Nope. There we go. Interface pipe. I'm going to put one of those. And that's all that needs. So now everybody gets... Can't remember if I made the right number of these or not. I thought my final count on chests was 17, but now I am doubting myself. I think I made one extra. Okay. These are all dynamic chips, which basically means that we don't have to do anything. Yeah, I have one extra of each. That's hilarious. Okay, I'm going to put those back in there. I made a whole bunch extra of those because I figured I'm going to need it. I'm going to put more barrels in. But that does mean that I need to get some more ordinary item responder, non-dynamics. I didn't make enough of those because I forgot. I still have tons of extra piping, but what I am going to do... Let's see. And I break this off. Actually, no, I'm not. I lied. Let's go. What do I need? I'm going to grab some junction pipes just in case. Grab that. And I'm getting a whole bunch of those. Want to make sure I'm prepared. Basically, what I want to do... Now, here's the awesome part of this normal transport pipe. It doesn't connect to anything, you see? The normal item transport pipe does not actually interface with anything. All it does is move the items, which is great. That means you don't have to worry about these things accidentally connecting something. They won't connect to anything. They'll only connect to the advanced pipes. And as long as you have an advanced pipe or a junction pipe at an intersection, you're fine. Don't make an intersection just out of the normal, the basic pipes. That's a bad idea. So what I'm actually going to do... Boing. See, that's an intersection. What I'm going to do is do that. And I have trapped myself now successfully. Then I'm going to get my axe. And we're gonna just put some covers like that. Whoopsie. Ah! There we go. Okay, so now what we can actually do, let's go upstairs. Yeah, we got a nice little trench right here, which is where I'm going to put these. Don't have to worry about putting a bottom cover there. I do want that to look nice through the glass, so I'm going to put a bottom cover there. And we're going to put it over here. So what we want to do is just cover, cover. Oh yeah, that looks good. Then over here we get a hollow cover. Oh, I forgot. Duh. Let's see how well this works. Whee! Okay, that, see, it looks nice. Popping up out of the floor like that. Put that there. Which means now, we got this chest. And there it all is. All right. So the only hitch I'm seeing right now is barrels. That's it. I'm also seeing all of this needs to get pulled out. All of that needs to get pulled out because I have this stuff stored somewhere else. Stone, yes. I think that's everything. Let me go downstairs and whee. Dirt. Stone. Okay. So right now the only thing that I might change is going back behind the wall again for where the barrels are and turning off hide one item. Because then I can pull out a full stack. Otherwise, everything's cool. Notice 4 pages. I've got 2 broken zombie spawners, 2 cave spider spawners. It's really cool. I could do request all of something. Acacia drawers, and everything will go back to where it is. I can actually do a search. Red. I have one rose red dye left. Actually 2, but still. It's hiding one from me. Redstone. I have red crafting clay and redstone circuits. I could do lapis. And I have some lapis boots that are at fully repaired. Lapis block. Dirt. I have a lot more dirt than that, but whatever. So, this is the system. I really do love this now. We have 1 point. Now, I'm going to do the same thing downstairs, but pretty much if I want to, I want netherrack. All 63. Submit. And it is going to send that out in batches of 8, which is fast enough for me. Now it'll repull, and there's another 63 there because barrels. But beyond that, I really do love this system. It's really got some possibility. Now the only thing I got to do now is, I have an extractor chip somewhere. Hang on a sec. There we go, extractor chips. Where is it? Oh, wait a minute. Blacklist filter. Is that not? Oh, it is. It's sending it out. Yeah, there we go. Here's the thing I'm curious about. Oh, have I not configured this? Let's do whitelist or blacklist. I don't know if that's going to make things any faster or what, but we'll find out. So now the only thing I need to do is sort this back into appropriate chests in the storeroom. Excuse me. I'm going to get all of this stuff that is the Red Power 2 stuff. Red Power 2. What the hell am I talking about? Project Red stuff. I'm going to go in here, I think. I had a chest in here somewhere. Meh. This is all of where all of that goes now. This has been where I've been putting the weird micro blocky stone and wood. I'll put that there. Spare chest. All of this stuff is going to get used again and again. So now, lapis blocks, that's wrong. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I have not removed these, and I've meant to. I don't know how you can without having to break the actual chest and redoing it with a normal one. Basically replacing the chest. So, right now, I'm going to go back through all these refined relocation, maybe straighten a few out, turn a whole bunch of them off, because now we've actually got a nice red power system that we can actually work on. I'm probably going to put a whole slew of these hollow covers behind, and maybe on top of, because I intend to have another row of chests here, maybe even another row across, at least 2 high, maybe even 3, we'll see. But for the time being, this is really going to get us set. Thank you very much for swinging by on this very Project Red heavy episode. In the grand scheme of things, I think the system's going to serve us well. I just need to iron some kinks out, but we'll get it figured out. Thank you very much for swinging by. As always, I really do love it when you guys swing by the channel and spend a little time with me. This is, yeah, see, I'm going to turn all this off. This is Vaygrim signing off. Until next time. Also remember, keep an eye out for tomorrow's episode of Mod Guides where I'm going to explain not only getting the system working in various capacities, I'm going to explain auto-crafting and upgrading. So keep your eyes open. Bye-bye.